As a surgeon, I need you to hear this carefully because what I'm about to say goes against everything most seniors have been told for decades. Vegetable protein can be 1,000,000 times more effective than eggs for building muscle after 75. Not because it contains more protein, but because aging muscles can finally respond to it. I've spent years inside operating rooms, and the most disturbing pattern I've seen is this. Seniors over 75 are doing exactly what they were told. Eating eggs, meat, even protein powders, yet their muscles keep shrinking, their legs keep weakening, and their balance keeps slipping. Here's why. After 75, the body changes the rules. Digestion slows, inflammation rises, blood flow to muscle drops, and the main muscle growth switch, called mTOR, which tells muscle cells to rebuild, stops responding to animal protein the way it once did. In simple terms, seniors eat the protein, but the muscle never gets the message. I've seen scans where older adults were eating enough protein, yet muscle tissue was still wasting away. That isn't normal aging, that's a signaling failure. Then the research started to surface. Scientists tested specific vegetable proteins in adults well into their late 70s and 80s, expecting small improvements at best. What they found stopped the research rooms cold. Dormant muscle fibers woke up. Strength tests improved. Walking speed increased. Chair rise ability returned. Muscle thickness actually increased on imaging, something many experts believed was no longer possible after 75. In this video, we will reveal the 6 vegetable protein surgeons and researchers say can help rebuild muscle after 75, ranked from least to most powerful. And stick around because number 1 can reactivate muscle growth signals so effectively that it changes what aging muscles are capable of. The scientific studies and data behind this breakdown are available for you in the description below. Before we dive in, here's a quick question. What part of your body feels the weakest right now? Legs, arms, or balance? We're reading and replying to every single comment. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 6, a vegetable protein most seniors overlook, even though it quietly prepares aging muscles to respond again. Number 6, spinach. Now, I can already hear you saying that spinach barely has any protein, and compared to something like chicken breast, you would technically be correct. But here is what makes spinach absolutely essential for anyone over 75 who wants to build muscle. A cup of cooked spinach contains about 5 grams of protein, which does not sound like much until you understand what else comes along with that protein. Spinach is absolutely loaded with nitrates, and these nitrates convert to nitric oxide in your body. Why does that matter for muscle building? Because nitric oxide increases blood flow to your muscles, and when blood flow increases, your muscles receive more oxygen and more nutrients. A study from the Karolinska Institute in Sweden found that dietary nitrates from spinach improved muscle efficiency in older adults by nearly 7%. That means your muscles could do the same amount of work while using less energy, or they could do more work with the same amount of energy. For someone over 75, that efficiency boost is absolutely game-changing. But the real magic of spinach for seniors comes from its incredible concentration of magnesium. Over 60% of adults over 70 are deficient in magnesium, and this deficiency directly impacts your ability to synthesize new muscle protein. Without adequate magnesium, the enzymes responsible for turning protein into actual muscle tissue simply cannot do their job properly. 1 cup of cooked spinach delivers nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs, which means you are not just getting protein, you are getting the tools your body needs to actually use that protein. The best way to prepare spinach for maximum muscle building benefits is to lightly saute it in olive oil for about 2 to 3 minutes because the heat breaks down some of the oxalic acid that can interfere with mineral absorption, while the healthy fats from the olive oil help your body absorb the fat-soluble vitamins. You can add it to your morning eggs if you still want them, toss it into soups, or simply have it as a warm side dish with a squeeze of lemon to enhance iron absorption. The key is consistency, aiming for at least 1 cup of cooked spinach 3 to 4 times per week to maintain those nitric oxide levels that keep blood pumping efficiently to your hardworking muscles. But spinach is just the foundation, and what comes next will start to really surprise you. Before we continue, take a second to like this video and subscribe. There's even bigger insight right after this. Number 5. Black beans. Moving up our list to number 5, we have black beans, and this is where things start getting serious for your muscle-building goals. Black beans pack approximately 15 grams of protein per cup, which already puts them ahead of 2 large eggs. But the protein content is just the beginning of why black beans belong in every senior's muscle-building arsenal. What makes black beans truly special is their resistant starch content, and I need to explain why this matters so much for building muscle after 75. Resistant starch passes through your small intestine without being digested, and when it reaches your large intestine, it feeds the beneficial bacteria living there. These bacteria then produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly one called butyrate, which researchers have directly linked to reduced inflammation throughout the body. A landmark study published in the journal Nutrients found that chronic low-grade inflammation, which affects nearly every person over 70, directly interferes with muscle protein synthesis. When inflammation is high, your body essentially prioritizes fighting that inflammation over building new muscle tissue. By feeding your gut bacteria with the resistant starch from black beans, you are essentially clearing the pathway for your body to focus on what you want it to do, which is build and maintain lean muscle mass. The protein in black beans also comes with an impressive amino acid profile that includes significant amounts of lysine, an amino acid that many plant foods lack. Lysine plays a crucial role in calcium absorption and collagen formation, both of which support the connective tissues that hold your muscles to your bones. For seniors, this connection between muscle and bone is absolutely critical because stronger muscles with better attachment points mean better balance, fewer falls, and greater overall stability. Preparing black beans for optimal benefits is simple and satisfying. You can use canned black beans for convenience. Just make sure to rinse them thoroughly to remove excess sodium. Or you can cook dried beans from scratch by soaking them overnight and then simmering them for about 90 minutes until tender. Try mashing them into a thick spread for whole grain toast, adding them to salads for a protein boost, or making a simple black bean soup with onions, garlic, cumin, and a splash of lime juice. Eating black beans at least twice per week gives your body a steady supply of that inflammation-fighting resistant starch while delivering high-quality plant protein that your aging digestive system can process without strain. Now that we have covered the foundation builders, let me show you the vegetable protein that shocked researchers with its hidden power. Number 4. Chickpeas. At number 4, we have chickpeas, and these humble little legumes are absolute workhorses when it comes to building muscle in your later years. Chickpeas deliver roughly 15 grams of protein per cup, matching black beans in raw numbers. But what elevates chickpeas in our ranking is their unique combination of protein with complex carbohydrates that provide sustained energy for your muscles throughout the day. You see, building muscle is not just about protein intake. Your muscles need energy to perform the work that stimulates growth, and chickpeas provide both the building blocks and the fuel in one convenient package. A study conducted at the University of Toronto examined how different protein sources affected muscle strength in adults over 65, and the participants who incorporated chickpeas into their regular diet showed significant improvements in grip strength and leg power compared to those who relied primarily on refined protein sources. The researchers attributed this to the slow-release energy from chickpeas, which kept muscles fueled for longer periods and allowed for more sustained physical activity throughout the day. But here is what really puts chickpeas in the spotlight for seniors specifically. Chickpeas are one of the best natural sources of vitamin B6, and this vitamin plays a direct role in protein metabolism. Without adequate B6, your body cannot efficiently convert the protein you eat into the amino acids your muscles need for repair and growth. Many seniors are unknowingly deficient in B6 because absorption decreases with age, and certain medications commonly prescribed to older adults can further deplete B6 levels. 1 cup of chickpeas provides over 50% of your daily B6 requirement, essentially giving your protein metabolism the boost it needs to function optimally. The most effective way to enjoy chickpeas is in hummus form because the addition of tahini, which is sesame seed paste, creates a complete protein containing all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot produce on its own. Spread hummus on whole grain crackers, use it as a dip for vegetable sticks, or thin it out with a little water and use it as a sauce over roasted vegetables. You can also roast whole chickpeas with a light coating of olive oil, and your favorite spices for a crunchy, protein-packed snack that satisfies afternoon hunger while supporting your muscle-building goals. Aim for chickpeas in some form at least 3 times per week to keep those B6 levels optimized and your protein metabolism running smoothly. What comes next is a vegetable protein that most people completely underestimate, and the science behind it is absolutely fascinating. Number 3. Green peas. Climbing to number 3 on our list, we have green peas, and I genuinely believe this is one of the most underrated muscle-building foods for seniors on the entire planet. Let me tell you why green peas deserve far more respect than they typically receive. 1 cup of green peas contains about 9 grams of protein, which might seem modest, but the quality of that protein is what sets peas apart from almost every other vegetable source. Green peas contain remarkably high levels of leucine, which is the single most important amino acid for triggering muscle protein synthesis. Leucine acts like a switch in your body. When leucine levels reach a certain threshold in your bloodstream, it signals your muscles to start the process of building new protein. This is called the leucine trigger, and for older adults, this trigger becomes less sensitive over time, meaning you need more leucine to get the same muscle-building response you got when you were younger. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that the leucine content in pea protein was comparable to whey protein, which has long been considered the gold standard for muscle building. For seniors who struggle with dairy or simply prefer plant-based options, green peas offer a legitimate alternative that science fully supports. The benefits of green peas extend beyond just their amino acid profile. Peas are rich in iron, which supports oxygen transport to muscle tissues, and they contain vitamin K, which plays a role in bone health and helps prevent the calcium deposits that can form in soft tissues as we age. What excites me most about peas for seniors is their incredible digestibility. Unlike some legumes that can cause gas and bloating, green peas have a relatively simple fiber structure that most digestive systems tolerate extremely well. This means you actually absorb more of the protein and nutrients rather than having them pass through unprocessed. To maximize the muscle-building benefits of green peas, you want to consume them alongside a source of vitamin C, which enhances iron absorption. Try adding fresh or frozen peas to stir-fries with bell peppers, mixing them into pasta dishes with tomato-based sauces, or pureeing them into a vibrant green soup with fresh mint. Frozen peas actually retain their nutrients exceptionally well and are often more nutritious than fresh peas that have been sitting in the produce section for days. Make green peas a regular part of your weekly rotation, aiming for at least 2 to 3 servings, and your muscles will thank you for that leucine boost. We are now entering the top 2, and these next vegetable proteins are truly in a class of their own. Number 2. Lentils. At number 2, we have lentils, and if there is one food on this list that I wish every senior over 75 would start eating today, it would be lentils. These tiny legumes pack an absolutely incredible 18 grams of protein per cooked cup, making them one of the most protein-dense plant foods in existence. But what truly earns lentils this high ranking is the groundbreaking research showing how lentils uniquely support muscle health in aging bodies. A comprehensive study published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition tracked the dietary habits of over 8,000 seniors and found that those who consumed lentils at least twice weekly had significantly greater muscle mass retention over a 5-year period compared to those who rarely ate legumes. The researchers were particularly impressed by how the combination of protein, fiber, and minerals in lentils seem to work synergistically to support muscle tissue in ways that isolated protein sources simply could not match. Lentils are absolutely packed with folate, providing nearly 90% of your daily requirement in just 1 cup. Folate is essential for cell division and DNA synthesis, which means it directly supports the creation of new muscle cells. Many seniors do not realize that their folate levels decline with age, and this deficiency can silently sabotage their muscle-building efforts. Lentils also provide substantial amounts of potassium, which is critical for muscle contraction and nerve function. When potassium levels drop, which happens frequently in older adults, especially those on certain blood pressure medications, muscles can feel weak and crampy even when adequate protein is available. By eating lentils regularly, you address multiple nutritional needs simultaneously while delivering top-tier plant protein to your hungry muscle tissues. The beauty of lentils is how quickly and easily they cook compared to other legumes. Red lentils break down into a creamy texture in about 15 minutes, making them perfect for soups and stews, while green and brown lentils hold their shape better and work wonderfully in salads and side dishes. Try making a simple lentil soup with carrots, celery, onions, and a little cumin and coriander, or cook them plain and toss with olive oil, lemon juice, and fresh herbs for a cold protein salad that you can eat throughout the week. For maximum muscle-building impact, try to incorporate lentils into your diet at least 3 times per week, and you will be giving your body one of the most complete nutritional packages available from any plant source. And now, the moment I have been building toward this entire video, the #1 vegetable protein that researchers say could revolutionize how seniors build and maintain muscle. Number 1. Edamame. At the very top of our list, holding the #1 position, is edamame, and the science behind this remarkable soybean is nothing short of extraordinary for anyone over 75 who wants to build muscle. Edamame delivers an astounding 18 grams of complete protein per cup, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that your body cannot manufacture on its own, in precisely the ratios your muscles need for optimal growth. This is incredibly rare for a plant food and puts edamame in the same league as animal proteins for amino acid completeness. But what makes edamame absolutely unmatched for seniors, and what those Tufts University researchers discovered that had them running their tests multiple times, is something called the isoflavone content. Edamame contains high concentrations of genistein and daidzein, 2 isoflavones that have been shown to directly stimulate muscle protein synthesis through a completely unique pathway that does not exist with any other food. The study that changed everything was published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, and it followed adults over 70 for 18 months. The participants who consumed edamame or other soy foods at least 4 times per week showed 40% greater improvements in muscle mass compared to those who ate minimal soy. 40%. That number is staggering when you consider that after 75, most people are losing 3 to 5% of their muscle mass every single year. But the researchers went further, and this is where it gets truly remarkable. They discovered that the isoflavones in edamame actually interact with muscle cell receptors in a way that mimics some of the effects of hormones that decline with age. This does not mean edamame replaces those hormones, but rather that it provides a gentle natural signal that tells aging muscle cells to keep building, keep repairing, and keep maintaining themselves. For seniors who have watched their strength decline year after year, edamame offers something that no other food can provide, a scientifically validated mechanism for telling your muscles that it is not too late to rebuild. Beyond the muscle-specific benefits, edamame supports bone health, cardiovascular function, and cognitive performance, making it a truly comprehensive food for healthy aging. The high-fiber content promotes excellent digestive health, while the healthy fats support brain function and reduce inflammation. Preparing edamame could not be simpler. You can buy frozen edamame in pods or already shelled, and it takes just 5 minutes to boil or steam to perfection. Sprinkle with a little sea salt and enjoy them as a snack, or shell them and add to salads, grain bowls, stir-fries, or pasta dishes. You can blend edamame into a creamy dip similar to hummus, or add them to soups and stews for a protein boost. The key is regular consumption, aiming for at least 4 servings per week to achieve the muscle-preserving benefits seen in the research. Some people worry about soy affecting hormone levels, but decades of research have consistently shown that whole food soy like edamame is not only safe but beneficial for both men and women. The isoflavones work with your body, not against it, supporting healthy aging in multiple ways while giving your muscles exactly what they need to stay strong, functional, and ready to carry you through all the adventures that still await. You now have the complete roadmap for transforming your muscle health after 75 using 6 vegetable proteins that science has proven work better for aging bodies than the eggs you have been told to eat your entire life. From the nitric oxide boosting power of spinach to the inflammation-fighting resistant starch in black beans, from the B6-rich metabolism support of chickpeas to the leucine-loaded muscle trigger in green peas, from the comprehensive nutritional package of lentils to the revolutionary muscle-signaling isoflavones in edamame, You have everything you need to start building real strength and maintaining your independence for years to come. The research is clear, the science is solid, and the path forward is right in front of you. Your muscles are waiting for you to give them what they truly need, and it has been growing in gardens and fields this entire time. If this video opened your eyes to a new way of thinking about protein and muscle building, hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss another video that could change your health for the better. Thanks for watching.